Hey, 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 happy Tuesday training. It is the beginning of an amazing week. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just ran in from like the last 10 minutes. I just had to run up to the store before my husband leaves for work, and so I was trying to rush in. So I'm sorry if I'm flabbergasted or whatever. I don't even know what that word is. Okay. We've got a lot of stuff happening, not only this week, but the whole month, right? And a lot of that is going to revolve around PRV. If this is not one of your favorite topics, it needs to be, okay? So my theme for July is all about PRV. So if you've been seeing the posts, these are the things, and this is the topic that I'm going to be focusing on all throughout the month. So and I think all of us can, even those who are earning the monthly sales award every single month, we all need PRV reminders, right? So I personally also am really trying to work on increasing my PRV every single month. And I've said it before, and I'll say it 100 more times, that I'm only in competition with myself. So at the end of every single month, what I do is when I'm setting my goals for the new month, I'm only trying to beat what I did last month. So when it comes to my PRV goal, I'm upping whatever I made last month or whatever I did in PRV last month. When it comes to sponsoring, I'm only upping whatever I did last month, right? So you don't have to try and be like everybody else, right? You just have to be yourself, and you just need to continue to grow, because honestly, growth is the one thing that you have control over in this business. While we are our own boss in this business, we also have the ability to say, I don't want to do anything today, or I'm too tired, or I don't know. I don't feel like it. I'm going to binge watch Netflix, or I'm going to sleep in, or I'm not going to attend those trainings. I'm pretty sure I already know what I'm doing, right? Okay. It's really easy to do. It's really easy to do. And growth has to be something that you focus on all the time. In your Scentsy especially, but just overall, because I think that as we mature, as we grow older, right? Level up is what I like to say. I just leveled up last month, right? So I love to be able to really look back to see where I was, how far I've come, and then where I want to really be, right? Like where my personal goals are. Like I said, not just with Scentsy, but with everything. And so, while my Scentsy business is a big part of me and who I am, I can kind of utilize this growth strategy or this growth mindset towards everything that I do in my life. So I've been trying to really lately just put myself into a new season, okay? And what that really means is I'm finding myself in a season of my business that I know I have to grow to get through it. And knowing what I need to do, I'm trying to align the actions that I'm taking with that goal in mind, right? Like that's my end goal, is to have growth and to continue my journey. So if I want to do that, then everything that I'm doing in my business every single day, it needs to be with the end goal of growth, right? So PRV is one of those. Sponsoring is another. Continue training with my current team, right? So one of those ways is Tuesday trainings, right? Here we are. So if you can kind of put yourself into that mindset, then, and it takes a minute, honestly, to put yourself into that mindset. But once you get there, if you simply duplicate that every single month, then you are going to start to see those real results. You're going to start to see how you are growing in sales, in customers, in your customer service, in your follow-ups, and all the things that we talk about, okay? But today, yes, it all is about increasing PRV. So this should be a pretty darn popular topic for everyone. Like I said, including myself. I missed my monthly sales goal award last month. but I'm not going to miss it this month. So I am really working hard on that, right? This is my end goal for the month. All right. So are you ready to increase your PRV? So again, when it comes to growth, PRV is truly the lifeblood of our business. It is what moves us forward in all the things. I know that there's been talk about the incentive that will be starting with our new catalog season. And incentives are fantastic and they're amazing. And I absolutely shoot for them every single time. I want to earn an incentive every single time one is offered. And I will tell you, out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 or 6, I have earned at least somewhere on one level or another the incentive. And I want to keep that going, right? Not only do I want to be able to vacation, that's what I really want to do, but you know, Scentsy gives us these great opportunities to really focus on our business. And a piece of all of that is PRV. Another piece is usually sponsoring and building our team. But at the end of the day, your personal business has to come first. And I will tell you that myself and other star directors, other superstar directors will tell you the same, that your first focus every single month should be your personal business, which is your PRV, your sales. You have to know where your sales are coming from. And this speaks volumes for a lot of things, right? Because for one, you can still train and work with your team members, right? If you have a team, but at the same time, are you really leading from the front if your business isn't in order, right? If your house isn't in order, you can't really give out, and you need to have your own house in order. And in order to have the sponsoring piece, in order to build your team and your foundation of your business, that means you're going to have more conversations, which means, again, it all rolls back to the PRV concept. You have to be focused on your own personal sales. And that is truly what builds that foundation, right? That's like the mortar between all the bricks. Okay, so picture the bricks as like your PRV, sponsoring, team members, right? Maybe earning incentives, promoting to a new title, right? All of those things are the pieces that you want. But to hold them all together, it truly takes your PRV. You also have to have not only that growth mindset, but what I'm really blossoming into is the belief mindset, right? So being able to tell yourself at the end of the day, I believe I can do this. I have faith in myself to do the things that I want to do, the way that I want to move my business forward. And that might look like daily affirmations. It might mean writing down your goals. And honestly, there is a power in the written word. As much as I love my digital, right? I still write it in there, but I still have Post-it notes up that say, and I've got one on my computer screen right now that says, I will be an SSD by 2022, right? So December 31st of this year is my end date for my personal goal. I am working towards that Post-it note every single day. When I sit down at my desk, that's where I look, right? You have to have your goals and your vision. And if you don't have your goals in your vision, then you're going to lose sight of them, because there's a lot of busy work, there's a lot of fluff, there's a lot of stuff that just happens, right? Not to mention life, or if you have a job that you also work along with this, little kids, whatever, right? We have all of these different things like dodgeball, right? All the balls are coming at us, and what we have to do is we have to be able to like move the balls to the side to be able to see the end vision. So we have to have that belief mindset. It's almost as strong, if not as strong, as the growth mindset. I also want you guys to knock out the thought of, and most of us have this, right? And I said this for years, I am not a salesperson. I truly believe that with all of my being. I'm not a salesperson. And I succeed in sales or PRV every single month because I remember I am not a salesperson. You should not be a salesperson. What you are doing when you are talking to customers, when you are posting on social media, when you are sending out mailers, things like that, right? I don't want you to have the mindset of salesperson, Because what's going to happen when you have that mindset is you're going to come off as spammy and salesy, and that feels sticky and gooey, and nobody really wants that, right? Nobody wants to feel sold to. But if you have the mindset or the thought of sharing the things that you love, then that is where the sales are just going to follow. It's just going to happen. And you have to be doing that authentically. So think of yourself as a sharing person, not a selling person, okay? Different trains of thought, right? One of those ways that I do that is specifically on my social media, because that's where I work. That's where my PRV mostly comes from, right? A lot of that has to do with, you will see if you follow me on Instagram, I am in my stories every single day. My posts on Instagram usually at least have something to do with how I'm using a product, whether it's counter clean in my kitchen, right? You'll see me cleaning my kitchen. Whoa, who gets excited about cleaning the kitchen? Well, I do, first of all, because I like a clean house and I have to have it. But I also get excited because I just love the products, right? And it's just another opportunity for me to share that with my customers, because that's where my customers are. So I want them to see how I'm utilizing it in my life, right? I'm being authentic. When I and you guys have seen not just me, right? Hundreds upon probably thousands of Scentsy consultants do the same thing, right? Like making your bed and spraying your bed with the Scentsy Fresh, or the rugs or the curtains or whatever, right? Those are the things you're going to see, because we are sharing what we're doing every single day. When we're sharing how we change out our wax, if you're doing that. These are just ways, again, that you're showing how you're using Scentsy every single day. And that's, at the end of the day, what your customers want. They don't want to be sold to. They don't want to see your flyers. They don't want to be told, hey, the pre-sale starts tomorrow, right? No, they want to know why they should be a part of the pre-sale. They want to know, what are you doing with the pre-sale? Are you getting the pre-sale stuff? Where are you at, right? That's what they're really looking forward to. Another thing when we talk about increasing your PRV is to, and this might sound odd, but for those of you who are a hobbyist, if this is a hobby, thank you for watching, by the way. That means that maybe this is not just a hobby for you. But if you're doing this as a hobby, if you're doing this just for fun, and you're watching trainings like this, then I guarantee you that might start to change for you, because that's really when it changed for me, right? When I really dove head in and started watching trainings from other leaders, I jumped all in. It was no more, this is a hobby, or I'll talk about Scentsy every so often, or if somebody asks, yeah, I sell Scentsy, right? No, that was not how I looked at it anymore. It was, I sell Scentsy, right? I am an independent Scentsy consultant, and so this is what I do. And so that's how I took everything when it came to working my business. I will also say, though, at the same time, you cannot make your goal 200 every single month if you are really trying to increase your PRV. That's our topic for today. So now, being active is great, right? I want everybody to be active, especially if this is a business for you. That should be part of what you just automatically start doing, right? Like an atomic habit. You start habit stacking. But that should not be your ultimate goal of the month, unless you are a hobbyist, or unless you just do this because you like to do it, right? Again, thank you for watching this far. I think you want more. But if you are a lead consultant or above, 500 should be where you need to be by the middle of the month, right? Because that's what you have to have in order to be able to be not only just paid at title, but also to be able to build your paycheck and not leave that money on the table. Another piece of that, though, I will tell you, if you are a leader above and you are trying to increase your PRV and you are trying to promote, or you're trying to earn an incentive, or whatever it is that you're going for, that 500 should not be your goal. That should not be where you're stopping. And I think a lot of us are selling ourselves short if that's what we're doing. Because when you're in, that, I need to at least have 500, and that way I get paid at title, then that's where you stop, right? Because that's your belief mindset is 500. That's what you're thinking in your mind. So when you get there, you're like, oh, cool, I'm done. Just gonna chill out over here for a minute, maybe hang out in these groups. Let's see what's going on over here, right? Then we get all willy-nilly with our business and we forget what really we're setting out to do. We're setting out to increase our PRV. So what's the one way you can increase your PRV and not leave money on the table? Hello, monthly sales award, right? I know, because I see you guys some of you guys every single month hitting that monthly sales award. And I guarantee you, if you ask those people, does it make a difference in your paycheck? They will scream at you, yes. It also makes a difference in your business overall, because if you are having 2,000 or more every single month, then that means you are having parties, which is what you need to be doing. That means that you are talking to more people, because that's what you're doing, because you're collecting more orders, right? And that also means that you are being able to have more relationships and building conversations with those relationships with people. And that is a big part of our business, right? We are in this for relationships. We really are. When it comes to network marketing, whatever you want to call it, right? Relationships are the keystone of what builds that foundation. Whether that's with your team or your customers, it should be both. But I'm just saying that the more people that you're talking to, the bigger your circle becomes for you to then follow up with them afterwards, to build on that relationship. Maybe this is something that would be able to benefit them as an opportunity, right? Joining Scentsy, earning some extra income, right? Who knows what this could do for those people? So $200, $500 should not be your goal. It just should not. If you are a lead consultant or above, I do not want to see you sitting at 500. I want to see you pushing yourself. And again, I'm not trying to tell you to shoot for the moon. By all means, go for it. I think you should. But I'm just saying, just like I told you in the beginning, right? Every single month, I try and be a little bit better than I was last month. A little bit better than I was last month. And I just keep pushing myself, just stepping up those stairs, right? That's how we get to the top. That's how we get to where we want to go. All right, so let's talk about building our foundation with PRV. This is foundation. I talk about it a lot, and yeah, maybe I overuse it, but honestly, it really is, because when I picture my Scentsy business, I picture this being, right? Like, it's this being. And I build walls, right? Remember how I talked about the mortar and the bricks, right? So earning maybe monthly sales, earning those incentives, right? Those are all bricks. The mortar is the PRV that holds everything together, right? So how can we make that mortar stronger so our walls don't crumble? So if life does hit us upside the head with, God forbid, whatever it might be, our business is not lost, right? Our business is still going to be standing because we've built it on a strong foundation with strong mortar, and we've stacked our bricks, right? We are there. We are there. So when those moments happen, we can step back and breathe and reset and then jump back in, okay? That's why it's so important. So one of the ways that you can build that PRV foundation is to look for ways to, again, increase that PRV every single month. I've been preaching it for a minute now, y'all. Scentsy Club. Scentsy Club needs to be your main focus in your business. It just does. Simply because this is reoccurring PRV, okay? Whether it's every month that they're getting their subscription, every other month or every 3 months, that is reoccurring PRV. And that is what you need to look at if you're, again, looking to increase your PRV like I am, right? So if you're looking to do that, you want to look for ways that you're able to have that reoccurring PRV, so then you can focus on the parties you're having, the events you might be booking, the fundraisers that you might be looking to do for other people, right? Those are the ways that you're going to be able to still increase your PRV every single month, but at the same time, still consistently work all the other pieces. There's a lot of moving parts to our business. So if we can find ways to automate that, then let's do that, right? Work smarter, not harder here. Another thing that can help with that reoccurring PRV are doing like the mystery bags or the sniff crates or scent crates or whatever you're calling them, right? Now, I have tried these on and off different times. I have absolutely succeeded some months, and I have absolutely flopped other months. It does not mean I won't continue to try them, and then I won't do them again, because I will. Because my customers change, the season in their lives change, the season in my business changes, the way that I look at my business. Maybe I've been inspired by what I see other consultants doing, right? And I'm like, I need to implement that more into me. How can I do that in my business, right? So I'm growing, my customers are growing, everything's moving and shifting. So just because you've tried something one time and it didn't work, doesn't mean that it's not going to work again, or it never will work for you. Because it just sometimes takes that, now I've grown farther in my business and I'm at that point, or now I've gotten better at doing graphics or flyers or whatever it is, right, that you want to print out. Or now I've seen so many different ones being made that I'm like, oh, I'm so inspired. Now I feel like I have more to offer my customers. These are ways. My second favorite thing in the world is follow-up. I know that we say fortune is in the follow-up, and follow-up is, I don't know, what's another saying for follow-up? I don't even know. But follow-up can make or break you. Straight up, make or break you. You need to stop talking about it. You need to be taking action. Taking action. So this is basic customer service 101. 101. How many times do y'all go out and shop? Whether it's Target, the grocery store, right? Whatever. Wherever you're going and spending your money, probably on a regular basis, right? Like Target or the grocery store for me. Okay, right? Do they send me a thank you note? No. Now, I still go back because I got to eat, right? And I'd still go back because I got to go to Target. But I will tell you that when you start actually following up, you are going to stand out with your customers. Now this goes, I mean, obviously for our Scentsy business, but if you look at any small business out there, you look at all the little Etsy shops, or big Etsy shop, right? Big Etsy shops too, right? Whatever. You look at these small businesses and you will see one reoccurring thing that is happening is that they are doing follow-ups, whether or not that is having people subscribe to maybe their email list and sending them a coupon thank you code, or, reaching out and saying, hey, hope, it's your birthday, right? Like it was my birthday last month. I got a lot of different texts from a lot of different, just companies in general, like even from my mortgage people that I've worked with over the years, right? And they're like, hey, Jacqui, happy birthday. We hope your year is going great, right? I haven't even, worked with my mortgage people in at least 6 months, but they still sent me a birthday email, right? It's part of their customer service. And so we, as small businesses, Scentsy businesses, right? We need to be doing this. And so these follow-ups do not have to be big and fancy and like blow in the bank, okay? I know that you see a lot from leaders, myself included, right? I love sharing my happy mail because I love doing my happy mail, and I love sharing it to hopefully inspire other people to what they can do or things that they can try in their happy mail. But if you're not there in your business, then you shouldn't be doing it, okay? I will tell you right here and now, a handwritten card speaks volumes. And do you know that every single month, and I want to share other people's information, every single month, I sit down and I pick 5 customers and I pick 5 team members to send just a handwritten note, right? This is going to get 1 stamp, right? It's already, obviously I put stickers on everything, right? But it's just a handwritten note. Because I can't necessarily afford, as much as I'd love to, right, to, over 416 people in my group. I'd love to be able to send 416 things a happy mail every month. I'm not at that level to do that. So I'm not going to try and do that, right? I know that there are some leaders where I see they've got like huge boxes. They're like, look at all this happy mail going to the post office. I ain't there yet, right? So I'm not going to try and emulate that. So if you're starting out in your business, or if your budget is smaller and you're like, I need to cut back, I want to make more money, money, not spend more money right now, right? Building a business here, then you need to be scaling back on all of these things. Do not be doing all the things that you're seeing. Do the things that you can do, okay? But at the same time, you can still do it inexpensively, but still make an impact. Like I said, those handwritten notes, that still makes an impact with my customers, okay? And that doesn't have any of my little, I don't even, they're over there. That doesn't even include any of my, ooh, join the Scentsy Club, or hey, you know, snap, tag, and share, or whatever, right? No, it doesn't include any of that. It is simply a handwritten note telling them thank you, right? That is all it is. I'm not trying to sell to them. I am not trying to get them to order from me tomorrow. Now, do I hope they will? Yeah, of course, right? I mean, that's what we're here for. But that's not my goal with that. My goal is to build on those relationships and let them know how much their support means to me and my business by buying from my business, right? It's a big deal, okay? So think about that. And follow up. Yeah, it has to happen. I mean, I use Amy. If you don't use Amy, that's fine. You know, there's lots of other ways you can do it, right? You can sit down with a legal pad and write it all out. You can sit down in your happy planner, write it all out. You can make a Trello board. You could set it up on your Google Calendar. You can use the reminder app in your phone, whatever it is, right? Just find a way. Find a way that you can follow up with people. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So, moving on, building our foundation. My 90-day rule. Some of you have probably heard my 90-day rule. And my 90-day rule is what you're doing today is going to yield you results in 90 days. 90 days. This is why I preach consistency all the time. This is why one of these days it's going to be tattooed on my body. Consistency. It really is the key to your business, right? So, and it can apply to every aspect of your business again, okay? But more specifically to follow up, more specifically to building those sales, booking those parties, asking people to do events or host a fundraiser, right? These are the things. These are the things that get us to where we want to go. And these are the ways that we're going to be able to increase our PRV. So, I know you've seen the meme, right? When you post on social media, I don't care if you get 0 likes. I don't care if you get 0 comments. I still want you to continue to post, right? One post that gets 0 likes and you're like, well, Jacqui, I've tried posting on social media and nobody even pays attention. Really? How long have you been trying? How long have you been consistent? How many days a week are you posting on social media about your business? Valid questions, right? So you have to be able to look at it from that perspective. Are you truly being consistent with that? Like I said, every single day, you can look at my Instagram. I got stories. And I can guarantee you in my stories, somewhere, some way, they're not all about Scentsy, but somewhere, some way, there's Scentsy in there every single day. Why? Because I'm using Scentsy every single day in my life. That is my world. My house only functions on Scentsy. When I clean my kitchen, when I do the laundry, when I vacuum my floor, I change my wax, right? All of these things I'm doing every single day. When I'm in between wax changes, you know what I do? I fill up my diffusers. I've got one in the office. I've got one in our master bedroom. I've got one in the living room. The diffusers, I change out the oils in the diffusers. These are all the ways that you can use the different products, right? I'll get in my car. In fact, I should have done a video. I was trying to be so quick when running to the store too right before this. But I put a new scent circle in every single week, right? Share these things. These are the ways that you're going to be consistent. And again, yes, you may not get any likes. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You know what? You're going to wake up again tomorrow. Nobody commented on your post. I'm so sorry, sis. But you know what? If you continue to do it over and over and over again, they are going to begin to expect it from you, and they're going to start wondering, why didn't you post this week about Scentsy, right? Because they're going to start noticing a trend. And what happens when you are consistent, the people who follow you are consistent, who are going to be buying from you, right? Is they're seeing you use this and they're like, oh, changing that wax. Oh, that sounds great. Oh, look at that diffuser. I've always wanted one of those. Oh, I'd really love an air purifier in my home, right? These are the ways that we're going to be able to increase our PRV because we're being consistent and sharing what we're doing in our lives. All right, let me talk about Whiff Box real quick because I could talk about Whiff Box like for a whole hot minute. Okay, talk about reoccurring PRV. Whiff Box is one of the easiest ways to do that, and it can also be. I don't want it to necessarily be a substitute in your business for like doing your own mystery bags or whiff crates or scent boxes. What again, whatever you're calling them, right? I don't want it to be necessarily a substitute for that because I do want to encourage you guys to try that. Again, if it doesn't work, that's okay. Wait a little while and then try it again in another month, right? That's what I've done. I don't always get the same results. I will tell you, like I said, I've had times where it's flopped. I've had times where it's soared, and I've had over 500 PRV just creating my own little, I think I was calling mine anyway, doesn't matter, right? The whole point is to still continue to do it, okay? So Whiff Box can be used in the place of that. So again, if you're not in a place to where maybe you honestly do not have the time, right, to sit down and curate a little themed box, right? And that's okay, because I can tell you when I worked the job and I was working 50 plus hours a week, I also did not have a whole lot of time to do that, which is yet another reason why I wasn't doing it that often, specifically when I worked the job, right? Because I simply just did not have the time, right? The time I did have, I was dedicating to sponsoring and training and working my, getting my PRV and doing this and doing that. Now, looking back, I wish I would have made more time for that. But the Whiff Box, we also didn't have the Whiff Box then either. The Whiff Box now is such an easy way to market to our customers. It's so easy because, for one, we don't even have to think about it, right? It's already curated. Look at that. They even put the little crinkly paper in there for us and everything. They're great ways for people to be able to send a gift. Okay, they're great ways for our current customers to actually maybe experience a different type of product, right? Because if you've seen the Whiff Box this month, which I'm not going to spoil, by the way, because I know a lot of you do not like spoilers, so I'm not going to do it here. Was it last month or the month before? No, it was last month. We got the body wash in there. What else did we get? It was a whole pineapple theme. Got the body wash, a scent circle. Anyway, the point being is our Whiff Boxes are already created with different products in there. So even our customers who love us for whatever reason, if they're big wax warmer fans, whatever, right? They're getting the opportunity to try different products that we offer. And that's the key to not only increasing your PRV, but also helping you to, again, get your customers in the train of thought of thinking that they can use Scentsy in all parts of their life, right? They can use it on the go with our pods and our wall fans and mini fans, right? I've got my little mini fan right here, but I bring it out of the car when it's hot like this. I don't like to leave it in the car. But, so I just brought it in and plopped it on my desk right now. But that goes right back in the car when I get in the car, right? So those little things are what you have to start looking for. So the Whiff Box is a really great way. And of course, telling them that one way that they make sure they don't miss it is to simply create a Scentsy club. I'm going to pop back to Scentsy Club, right, for 2 seconds. They can create a Scentsy Club and add a Whiff Box to it that will come to them every single month. That's a $30 price point, people. What happens in Scentsy Club when they hit $30? They instantly get 10% off the total. They're already saving money, right? By just adding a Whiff Box to a Scentsy Club that comes once a month. They add $30 more, they're still going to save 10%, but they're also going to get a half price product that they can get through Scentsy Club, right? Even more, right? So those are just ways that we can do that. All right, now I'm going to take you to church for just a hot second here. Okay. I talk to a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people who are on my team. I talk to a lot of people who are in my group. I talk to a lot of people who are outside of that, right? Who I connect with, whether it's in a Facebook group of some sort, or we went to boot camp together, or we're on one of the leadership pages together, or whatever, right? Whatever it is. I talk to a lot of people, and I will tell you that the reoccurring, probably one of the top 5 reasons I hear about Scentsy is, I've tried everything and it's not working. First of all, I would ask you what you've tried, because have you really tried everything? I told myself that a lot of times when I was younger in my business, well, and in life. But I will say that I was trying everything. Was I really trying everything? Not really. Not if I was being completely honest with myself, right? I really was not. I just wasn't. Now, I'm not saying that's how it is for everybody, but it's a pretty fair statement, right? You probably haven't tried everything. Be real, right? We can't exaggerate. But let me tell you this right here and now, is that if you feel that you've tried everything and no one's buying, or no one's booking, or nobody wants this LTO that's coming out, then here's your problem. It's not a sales thing. It's not a, oh, I'm broken, I don't know how to do Scentsy thing. It's a networking problem. This means that you are not having enough conversations with people. Because let me tell you right now, with our LTO items that not only we have coming for pre-sale this week, Harry Potter, right? Have you all seen how many thousands upon hundreds of thousands of fans are in the Harry Potter world? Trust me, there are people interested. There are. You just may not have found them yet. Okay, so that is a networking issue. That is not a, I'm not good at sales issue. That's a networking issue. That just means you are not talking to enough people. So start finding new people. How do I find new people, Jacqui? Okay, you can join Facebook groups that maybe have similar interests as you, right? I know for me, and not just on Facebook either. Let's pull back from Facebook, please. But if you pull out of Facebook for a hot minute, you may find that you can find and start networking with a lot of people through other programs like Pinterest, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, right? That's just like the Instagram. You know, I love my Instagram. I connect with a lot of people through Instagram, right? You can also connect and find different people based upon your location, right? I'm part of the app called Nextdoor. So here in my neighborhood, right, our housing division, I'm on that. And you can guarantee when I'm posting on that, oh, they know I sell Scentsy. They know. And I know that they know that I sell Scentsy because they're starting to become my customers. And why? Because I've been putting more effort into, again, just having conversations on that Nextdoor app, right? So there's other ways that you can connect with people. And that's just me because I'm really an introvert. I truly am. At the end of the day, I just am. I'm an introvert. But, and I work in the home, right? I don't work outside of the home. But when I go to the grocery store, what do I wear? What do I wear? Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I do. On the back of my car, what does it have, right? It's got a big QR code. It's got my website on the back of it, right? It's all there for all to see because I want people seeing it when I'm out. So the same thing can happen, right? So that way I'm able to network with more people. Another way to grow your network and to work on your network is to have parties. I know, because I do it too, right? There are just some months where I just cannot get a party to take. I don't know what it is, but there are just some months that I can't. Does not mean I don't try. Does not mean that I'm not going to continue to try for next month too, right? So there are some months, yes, where a lot of my PRV does have to come from just bulking individual orders. Oh, you want to order? Great. Okay, I'm going to add it to my what we call a catch-all party, right? So it's basically a party without a host. That's a catch-all party, okay? Set that up on your workstation. It can look like, July orders here. I have a couple on mine. One that says local orders or like Lee Summit orders because that's my city that I live in, right? I have different ones on there. I've got one too that says, get Happy Mail with your order, right? Those are what I call my catch-all parties. So for somebody who is shopping with me and they don't know a host, or they're like, oh, no, I don't know anybody who's hosting a party, but they'll 9 times out of 10 select one of those simply because they don't have another one to connect with, right? So at least always have some sort of a catch-all party going. That's going to help you to have that. But truly, at the end of the day, you have to continue to work for those parties, because those parties are going to help introduce you and build your network, because you're going to be introduced to maybe their whoever it is that's hosting the party, right? Their coworkers, their friends, their family, right? Their neighborhood, whatever it is. So again, you're going to find ways. And then what you're going to do is we're going to flip it all the way back now and go all the way back to the follow-up piece, right? Because then your customer service is going to kick in and you're going to start following up with those people, building those relationships with those people. Do you see the circle of life happening right in front of you? It's happening. So these are the ways that you do it. And you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. I know it's so cozy and warm inside the comfort zone, but you got to step out. You just do. Do not, and I repeat, do not rely on social media posts for conversation and building relationships. OMG. Putting a post on social media is not a replacement for a relationship. It's not. It's not. Okay? So you can't just say, oh, I've been posting, nobody's responding. Well, duh. They aren't responding because you probably haven't even built a relationship with them yet. Do you know anything about them? Okay. Well, when you have something going on, then maybe you need to be reaching out to them on a one-on-one basis, not just posting it on social media. Or if you do post something and they happen to like it or do a little emoji with a smiley face, right? Then what they're going to do is they're going to be like, oh my gosh. And you're going to hop in. Yeah, you're going to hop in or slide into those DMs and be like, hey, I saw that you were checking out that wax collection. Doesn't it look nice? I'm so excited. Do you have somebody having a graduation soon or getting married, or what's the occasion? That's a great conversation starter for the perfect example of what we're launching today, right? Our moment by moment wax collection. These are the ways that you build those relationships and start networking. And you have to be proactive and not just rely on those posts, okay? So while I could sit here all day long and post on Facebook and be like, buy this, this is so great, it smells amazing, right? I'm not going to rely on that to be my only means of people coming and rushing towards me to give me their money. No, I know that's not how it works. Please don't think that that's how it works, because that's not how it works. I hate to burst your bubble, but that's not how it works. You can't put a post out there and then walk away. You just can't, right? You have to be able to be following up. And when you're having those parties, you better be reaching out to those party guests. That's right. Again, it's not the slimy sliding in, but you need to slide into those DMs. You need to slide into the PMs, right? Take it there, because that's where you're going to actually build relationships. That's where you're going to have a conversation, not on your post, not in the party page, or not in the group event that you've created for that Facebook party. That's not where you're going to build that relationship. Building that relationship is going to happen when you follow up, whether that's through a text, an email, or a phone call, or through a message online. That's where the relationships are made. Now, you also, and I'm going to end it on this, is that you have to be, while you're focused on the current month, you also need to be looking ahead. As business owners, you should be pre-working your business 3 months out. I am 90 days out on absolutely everything. I am 90 days out in our leader group with my fellow directors and star directors and groups that I collab with, right? I am 90 days out on everything. And that's simply because in a business environment, I need to be thinking of, because this is my full-time business, right? I need to be thinking of, yes, this is where my income is coming this month, right now. This is my focus, right? This is where I am. But at the same time, I am also taking time to look towards the next 90 days. You guys, what is happening in the next 90 days in our businesses? All right, in the next 30 days, well, less than 30 days now, we have a brand new catalog coming out. OMG, right? Are you excited about that? I think most of us are. After that, what comes out or what happens in September, right? Probably back to school, right? People are going to be needing things for that. What happens after September is October. That's Halloween. We're going to have our fall and harvest stuff, right? Oh my gosh. You need to start making these plans now. These are also great ways, again, to build those networking connections for people that you know. Maybe you do have people who are teachers and you know they're going to be going back to school, right? Some maybe towards the end of August, some probably in September, right? Actually, I think ours starts at the end of August. Anyway, right? They're going to be going back to school. So are there things that they might need for their classroom, right? Counter clean. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many teachers I know that they have bought counter clean and they're like, OMG, Jacqui, I love that counter clean, because like the kids' desks, whether they're writing on them in crayons or whatever it is that they're doing in the classroom, Lord knows, thank you, baby Jesus, I could not be a teacher, but bless the ones who can, right? They will love the counter clean for their classrooms. They might love a little mini fan diffuser plugged in at their computer at their teacher's desk, right? So they can at least maybe have a little moment of zen while they're waiting for the test to happen, right? These are the things that we need to be thinking about. So if you are forward thinking, and if you're always thinking at least 90 days ahead in your business, I'm not saying put all your focus there, but part of the things that you're going to touch in your business need to be on the forward thinking. You need to be putting it out there in the calendar, right? You need to start working ahead, because otherwise what happens? That new month begins and you're like, oh shit, where do I begin? I don't even know. Wait, so what's happening this month, right? You do not want to be deer in the headlights. And you just can't. And as my husband will remind me time and time again, proper planning will help you execute your goals. So if you plan ahead and you plan accordingly, and you really put effort and intention into what you're going to do in your business, then you are going to see those results coming back to you. And I'm going to follow it back up with my 90-day rule. Can we just talk about 90 days for a second? I could do a whole lot. I should just do a whole series of 90 days, not the TLC kind. I ain't into all that. But the 90 days, the 90-day rule, again, what the things that you're doing now are going to come and start actually coming to life in the next 90 days. The way that you're being consistent in your business, the way that you're booking parties, the way that you're following up with your customers. It may not pay off today, it may not pay off tomorrow, but I guarantee you, if you keep doing all of these things and duplicate it every single month, then you are going to see these things happening, and you are going to hit those promotions, and you are going to start getting paid a title, and you are going to be increasing your PRV, and you probably are going to be earning incentives. So this is the way. This is the way that we're going to focus on increasing PRV. I hope this has given you guys some perspective to be able to take back to your businesses and to really sit down. And that may mean that you may need to sit down for like 20, 30 minutes or however long it takes you, right? To really sit down and go, okay, take a big scrap of paper, right? Or a big piece of notebook paper and just start brainstorming ideas. This is how a lot of what I plan, this is how it starts, right? I sit down on a blank page and I literally just start brainstorming. Maybe it's mystery box, maybe it's Scentsy Club, maybe it's Harry Potter wax collection, right? Or whatever, right? And I just start putting these things down on paper, and then I'll like change to a highlighter, or grab a highlighter, whatever, take a highlighter, and then start highlighting in different colors. Okay, these are the things that are like important. I need to focus on these things right now or this month, right? Take another color. Okay, these are the things that after I've done the important stuff, right? That, okay, I could probably work a little bit on maybe putting some things together, maybe a mystery box for like back to school, because that's going to be happening in the next 90 days, right? So maybe I need to start thinking of those things. So I'm going to highlight in that color. So when I'm done with these things, I can then focus on the green ones, right? And then with the blue ones, like maybe those are the bigger projects, right? So I do that on there. And then what I do is I use Trello, and that's how I honestly will plan out far enough in advance. I could do it on the calendar, but honestly with Trello, it looks prettier, and I'm just a visual person. So I can line it up. And then so I just take what I've put on that piece of paper, and then I put it into my Trello boards for what I need to do this month, my ASAP things. And then I put, okay, when I've got time, it goes into that column. And then I have a Trello board that's my big fat projects. Those are the things like that I want to get done, but only when I've done the ASAP things, and only when I've maybe started working on some of those within the next 90-day projects, right? Those big fat projects are sitting out over there for when I can actually get to those and work on them. But at the end of the day, your PRV has to be number one. That's the mortar that holds the wall together. So in order to have that strong wall, in order to have that strong foundation for your business, in order to meet the goals and to do the things that you want to do in this business, you have to start with PRV. And it needs to be your focus. And this is what, if you are a leader, if you have at least one team member, or if you've got 500, this is what you need to be duplicating with your teams. This is it. That's what they need to be learning, is how to do these things, because these are the business basics. One of our biggest pieces of Scentsy is simplicity, right? It's not about all the fun, shiny, fluffy things that we get to do in our business. Those are the extras. That's not simplicity. That's not authenticity. That's not generosity. That's the extras. That's the icing on the cake, right? That's just the icing there for fun and for looks and to enjoy and put a smile on somebody's face, right? But again, simplicity, handwriting a letter speaks volumes, right? But that's simplicity at its finest. When I watch a lot of cooking shows, whenever you're watching a cooking show, if you've never have, I'm sorry for you. But when you're watching a cooking show, one of the things that I guarantee you'll hear in some part of it is that they'll say, yeah, that's a very simple thing. But if you can perfect that simple thing, then, oh my gosh, that is going to sing in your business. Because that's going to be the note that people remember. Because it was so simple, but yet you executed it perfectly. Follow-up is simple. You just need to execute it perfectly. And yeah, it may not always be perfect, right? You may be behind. I'm behind probably more times than I'm not, right? That doesn't mean that I'm not trying to be better, right? Again, remember, better than I was last month, right? That's who I'm comparing myself to. Not to the people on the internet, not to the other leaders, not to whoever, just myself. And that's what we have to remember at the end of the day, that we are in control of what we're doing for our business. We set the tone, we set the pace. So where are you running, and how fast are you running towards your goals? Put some of these things into practice. Let me know if you have questions. I am here to help you answer them. Bye, guys.